now, Effective Communication with Phil Zeller, CEO, Dale Carnegie, Southwest Michigan.
All right, don't be that person. Don't be that person. I got a question for you. Has anyone made an assumption about you that was less than positive? You know what I'm talking about? That person, that just wants to say something negative about you. They've never walked in your shoes. They don't know you. They haven't talked to you. But by golly, they're going to say something negative about you to somebody else because why? Is their life really that bad that all they have to do is think ill will of others? Think about that for a moment. Why do they do it? Maybe their life is that bad. Maybe that's it. Their life is that bad that the best they can do is make an assumption about you that is negative. And they want to rub their stench off on you because their life stinks, so they want your life to stink too because misery loves company. You've heard that one before. And they want to rub it off on you. How do you like that? Okay, my friends, that's it. I put it out there. Don't be that person. Don't be that person. You know why? Dale Carnegie said, don't criticize, condemn, or complain. We know that. You know that. You listen to this show, Effective Communication, with me, your good friend Phil Zeller. And you know what? Negative people, stink. I don't want. It's like chasing down a skunk. You don't want that smell on you. So what we have to do, my friends, is make sure we're not putting our stink on anybody else. And I'm not saying that everybody's life is perfect. My life isn't perfect. Your life isn't perfect. Perfect is a pipe dream. Perfect doesn't happen. But you know what? When you have, it's the old saying. Yeah, you've heard it before, and I'll say it again. If you get lemonade, lemons, you make lemonade. You've heard it before. I know you've heard it before. But the point being is this. You're going to choose, as Abraham Lincoln said, to be just as happy as you make up your mind to be. So here's what we are going to do. We're going to make sure that when we work with other people, when you talk to other people, when you communicate with other people, that you think the best of them. Don't think negative thoughts about them. If you're thinking negative thoughts about them, you are clouding your mind with the stench of stink. And if you have that stink in your head, Lord forbid if it comes out your mouth, correct? You don't want that stink to come out your mouth. You got to be able to show some emotional control. So don't find yourself ever speaking ill will of another person. You know the golden rule. You grew up listening to the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. It's not new. We just have to do it every single day. And just imagine if everybody did that. If everybody could do unto others in the same positive way they'd like people to do unto them. And everybody treat each other with respect. Would keep the stink out of communication, and people would be able to have great dialogue. They would be able to dig into topics. They would be actually able to dig through them, have dialogue, become diplomatic, and actually maybe even have fun debates about topics and actually dig deeper into solving issues rather than just pointing the finger and saying, oh, let me call you a name because I'm unhappy and I'm going to call people names. Who cares? Who cares? A 2-year-old can criticize. So don't criticize, condemn, or complain. We have to just stop. Just stop. Any excuse you got for it, just stop. What you're saying is you don't understand the situation, so the best you got is you're going to criticize them. Woohoo! Give them a green ribbon for participation, folks. Ha, ha, ha. Yeah, no, doesn't fly, folks. There's no participation ribbon for being critical. Any fool can do that, as Ben Franklin said, and most oftentimes fools do. So, again, you and me, what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we are practicing good communication with people. We're going to make sure that we are going around and we are saying good things and thinking good thoughts. And if somebody does something that we don't understand, if they share something with us and it doesn't make sense, or we see them doing something and, our hair stands up on our arms and we're like, oh, that doesn't sound good. Rather than being critical, take the time to seek understanding. Ask them, say, hey, tell me about that. Obviously, you know something there that you've experienced. I mean, think about it. There's good in everybody. There really is good in everybody. You don't believe me? Go watch Star Wars. Watch Star Wars. Luke Skywalker with Darth Vader in the last scene, right? In the last scene when Darth Vader is dying, he takes off his mask, and his son is trying to convince his dad, I know there's good in there. There's good in there. And sure enough, you know what? It comes out at the end for Darth Vader. And yeah, there is good in there. There's good in every human being. They've just been through a lot of bad stuff. So rather than you making assumptions about people that are bad people, what if you made assumptions that they're good people? They just had a lot of bad things happen to them. Just imagine the difference that would do for you when you become curious about them. Now, there's been a lot of movies made about it, like Star Wars and Darth Vader and Anakin, who was Anakin Skywalker, Luke Skywalker's dad, and there was a good man in there. And there's a good person in everybody. Just you have to be the one willing to go look for it and not make negative assumptions. You do this, my friends, you will become the friend a friend wish they had in their life, the person that people want to hang out with. You owe it to yourself, you owe it to your happiness, and you owe it to the world that you live in. Now go make it happen.